Welcome to the Next Up YouTube. I'm your host, PC747. And this is where we talk tech and try to make sense for you out there. Basically, in today's show, I'm going to talk a lot of Stadia. Stadia, it has been quietly getting better. But we got to ask the question, is it too late? Is it too late for Google and Stadia's gaming platform to be able to make a splash? Now, let's be honest, a lot of people have forgotten about Stadia. And there's a good reason for it. A couple of years ago, they came out on fire trying to get people hyped up. They were challenging Sony with the PlayStation and Xboxes and saying that they could bring a better gaming platform through the cloud than what these guys can do through a console. Now, I think for a lot of people who looked at it, they're like, what are you going to bring that's any different than anyone else out there, right? This is not the first time a company tried to do this. NVIDIA Shield did the same thing with their gaming platform that you can play still now, whether you have an NVIDIA Shield TV or not. In fact, now you can play it through Chromebooks just like you can the Stadia. So this is not anything new. You got Xbox. They have their Cloud X going on. And they are bringing you more games than what Stadia could bring. So you look at this and you begin to wonder, especially when you look back when Google first unveiled the Stadia. They talked about all these features they were going to bring, the ability to live stream, you're going to have crowd play. They were like, you're going to have a lot of games that you're going to be able to choose from and play through the cloud, and it's going to work smooth. But if you're going to be honest, for a lot of people, and when you first picked it up, it wasn't smooth. There weren't a lot of games out there to choose from. The games that you could choose to play, they were old, and a lot of the features like crowd play. Like, where is this feature that's supposed to be revolutionary? Where's that? So I'm going to talk about that. And because I think that it's time to kind of have an update, if I want to say, to kind of see where we're at. And I say that because, I've been still playing around with Stadia, even though I have not been able to game on it as hard as other people may have been. I've still been playing here and there. In fact, I picked up several games over the past couple of days. I picked up Final Fantasy because someone recommended checking it out, and I've actually enjoyed playing. In fact, I actually was testing out Stadia's live stream feature, which I'm going to talk about now, playing that game. And I got to say this, look, for as much flack as a lot of people who have given Stadia, I have as well, I'm going to be honest, this feature actually surprisingly worked pretty well, considering. Now, I've actually posted a YouTube video of me playing Final Fantasy through there, and you can see that when you watch the gameplay or the replay, it is pretty good. You look at the overall graphics, there's no stuttering, the colors coming through, the whole gameplay, everything's coming through clear. The audio, as far as the game audio, is loud, it's clear. You can hear the music, the background, everything is like, man, this is pretty good that you can pick up a game and literally push the Stadia button and start streaming straight to your YouTube channel. And for a lot of people who's gaming out there and wanting to, stream that to a platform, it's simple. You don't have to worry about trying to fool around with an old OBS or some other type of software that you have to have. You literally can just pick up the game controller and push play, and your game is being streamed to an audience. And can you think about any other platform that works as well? I mean, really think about it. Now, I have to be honest with you. There is a caveat to one thing, and that's the audio of the commentator. And that to me is going to be a very important feature that needs to get fixed. If you look at the video I made with Final Fantasy, you can see that, man, my audio, as far as everything that I was saying and trying to speak about the game and talk through the game was muted. It literally sounded like I was talking through a towel. So you can see that this is something that needs to be changed or be fixed. Now, I do need to say this. When I was playing a game, I was actually just talking without a headset. Now, I will be picking up a gaming headset and try to see if that makes a difference. And if so, I will update saying, hey, this was the issue. But for right now, just based on that, I got to say, as far as overall grade for Google's Stadia live stream, I will give it like a C. I think that's what I said on the YouTube channel in the description, that, look, the gameplay is great. Capturing what people want when they watch a game over the YouTube, you get that. It's just the one area that needs to get fixed. They need to fix it. Now, I know some people will bring up, well, even though you have the ability to, showcase the game, they can eventually hear your audio of the game, and hopefully they do get it fixed where they can hear you. You're still unable to hook up a webcam and show the person's, playing a game. And that's going to be something that, we'll see if that comes in the future, because that could be one thing where someone would say, yeah, all that's good, but I can't hook up a webcam. And that is something that I want to do. That's going to be something that's going to be big for me, and why I want to choose OBS for when I'm gaming. Because some people, they want to be on camera. They want their audience to see them. They want to see what's going on. And that may be a big deal, as I say, the thing that makes them choose something else and say, good idea, but not quite there yet. Now, as far as crowd play, supposedly it is available. And I'm not going to say it's not, but it's only available for a select number of games. And look, this is something that I know is a real slow rollout, and Google has been taking the time with it. I just hope they kind of pick it up, because, I went to go try to test it out and play around with it. And, a lot of the games that even you have as a Stadia premium member or pro member, you can't use crowd play through it. I was trying even Destiny, which I haven't played Destiny 2 since I picked Stadia up when it first unveiled. I started jumping in that once again. See, maybe, this was the introduction game when Stadia came out. Maybe it'd be available through there. It wasn't. I can't remember if it was available through Madden or not. And because I wasn't really looking for that feature, I know it wasn't available for Mortal Kombat 11. And I would think something like that, you would definitely want that to be something that's crowd play ready. Now, I know a lot of it have to do with also the not just Google. It has to also do with the publishers and the game developers, because they actually going to have to integrate that into their game to make it work. But Google wanted to find a way to, get this sped up, because something like a Mortal Kombat 11, that is definitely going to be something you want a crowd play to be available, because it's a short game, and YouTube creators can definitely utilize that to their advantage. And man, if they actually get that working, especially if they can go beyond just making it for Stadia, but they make it cross-platform. Can you imagine? Not gonna imagine Google saying also, well, if we make it cross-platform, we may be cutting our legs from under us. So, and there can be a way they can set it up where it's advantage to the person who have a Stadia versus those who may not. An example may be, okay, if you have a Stadia, it may be free for you to play crowd play, but it may be, I don't know, it costs this person 25 cents or something to jump in and play a game if they're coming from another platform. Now, we have to see how that work out, if people even be willing to play that or pay that to play, but yeah, it'd be definitely something to definitely look into. But even if they didn't allow other platforms, if they just made it for a Stadia exclusive deal, they got to get it to the big games. They got to get it to those games that are going to be crowd pleasing, to make it where people are going to want to jump on board. Now, if I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to talk about, my thoughts on Madden, because, Madden is available. And in fact, matter of fact, let's talk about that now. Because I have been very critical of, where's my Madden? I've been wanting Madden on Stadia since they talked about Stadia coming out. Like, to me, I don't consider Stadia a success until I was able to play Madden on their thing. And then finally, they dropped it off or dropped it out. Or I say dropped it off, but they released it to be available to play a few days ago. So I picked it up, been playing it for the past couple of days, played about several games on it, and I just say, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. To be able to play a game like Madden through the cloud and not have any lag, any stuttering, any issues whatsoever, that's a feat that is worth noting. Because you think about something like Madden, a hiccup, a hesitation here or there can be the difference between a knockdown, an interception, or straight up a catch. And that can definitely really change an overall game, the overall feel for a game. And it's something that definitely Google, EA, they had to get it right. They had to get it right, because if they didn't get it right, then, there's a chance of looking like idiots here. But, man, to be honest with you, playing Madden on this, I really felt like I was playing on the console. I didn't see any hesitation, no lag, no stutter, no slowdown. To think that when you're playing Madden on this thing, when you push a button, it's not going to the console. It's going all the way to a server and coming back. And it's supposed to register that input in your game. And yet, we're able to do that. And still, I'm able to get the knockdowns. I'm able to get those touch passes. I'm able to make those crucial moves, a stiff arm, a hurdle. The things that make Madden enjoyable to play. I'm able to do that. And to be able to do that through the cloud, I think is something that's worth giving Google credit for, because to me, that proves that, they have proven that they are able to do what they say they're able to do, at least as far as that game. Now, here's the deal. The reality is that a lot of people have moved on from Stadia, just like I said in the beginning. No one really is going to care about Stadia. And I think for right now, Google may be okay with that. And I say that because I don't think the goal, at least right now, is to be in a conversation with PlayStation, Xbox. At least not anymore. Maybe when they first came out onto the scene, they was ready to jump on board, get people hyped up. But they realized that as far as these gamers, they want more. And Google's not ready to give them more yet. So I think it's okay with just sitting back and getting all these features right and using these people like myself as early adopters to pick up these Stadias and play through it and, basically be their guinea pigs. Let them know what issues that is coming up so they can take the time to fix it and get it right. They working on getting developers on board, getting these games that are exclusive to Stadia. And if they continue playing the long game, they feel they can win. And the reason why they feel they may be able to win because of one key thing. They own, they're a part of Google. They are Google. And that's a big deal because being Google means you have YouTube at your disposal. You have all the things that's surrounding the platform. And that's going to be something that can give them a leg up over everyone else. Because the long game here is in the future. When you pick up a TV at Best Buy or Walmart, and one of the features is Google TV and Google Stadia built in, man, they feel that they can capitalize on the audience that going to pick it up and check it out of curiosity and may stick around. Because, be honest with you, there are a lot of people out there who are not going to pick up a console. But they'd be more than willing to play with a Stadia, especially if it's built into the TV and it works. They could jump on and play some of these games like a Mortal Kombat or whatever. Man, or Madden, NBA, some of these popular games that people talk about. And it works. And even they take it a little bit further. They're able to take their game and play with a buddy and stream it to YouTube, they're going to be able to capitalize on an audience that, for them, is the audience they're intending for. And I think it's more of the gamer who's busy, who's too busy to be able to buy a PlayStation or Xbox and game weekly, daily. Instead, it's going to be the professional who, man, I got families to deal with. I got work to deal with. You know, the few times I do have to sit down and watch TV, you know, I'm not going to really care to turn on a game system. But if it's there, if it's built into the TV, it's baked in, I might check it out here and there. I might play a game once in a while. And that may be their audience. That may be their customer. The customers that are out there buying TVs. We'll see. We'll see if this game is going to play off for them. If this gamble is going to work out. You know, are they going to be able to stick around? Are they going to be someone that people know their name? Or, at the end of the day, is it going to be what people think? That this was another idea that Google came up with that just didn't work. I mean, and honestly, if I am to just give my 2 cents for someone who flip-flop back and forth on this, there have been many times where I'm like, man, Google got it right. And there have been times where I'm like, man, Google has failed at this. You know, looking at this current state, if I'm going to step back and just calm down, relax, and really look at it, I got to say that I don't think they failed. I think what it was, they came out the gate running their mouth, saying what we can do. And maybe they should have came out the gate a little bit quieter and taking their time to just get all this stuff right. Because they do have some things that's worth talking about that I don't think people are going to give them credit for. And I think they can very well bring something to the gaming industry that, if we're going to be honest, a lot of companies are trying to go to. Especially in an age where you're seeing more companies getting away from the physical gaming media and looking to go digital. And if you're able to go digital and go through the cloud, play wherever, on any computer, any phone, any hotel, even on the airplane. Think about that. And Google can say that they're at the forefront of this. I'm curious your thoughts on where we at with Stadia. Have they done enough so far? Are they on track? Or are you someone who believes they should have been gone a long time ago? Leave your comments below. Species747 for the next up YouTube. I'm out.